Alright, so the delta slash is in position. I've leveled it out as much as I can, gotten my inches and where I want it as close as I can, side to side. I don't remember the exact, I think it's to the tip here. The original was right here in the middle, was 19. I dropped it down a couple of inches. I'll get the exact measurements later. 17 and a little bit side to side, and now I'm just trying to get these edges to lay as flat as I can. Okay, as flat as I can. And I have decided that I'm going to go with the sun yellow for the insignias, because that is the theme of the Defiant and the Sao Paulo. So looking back on all of the history of the Defiant, that's what we need to do here. Now, before I spray this, I'm actually going to put board on all the sides here. We'll go get the paint. And the humidity has actually come down tonight some, and I still need to scuff this up with some sandpaper also. So let me get all that in place and we'll be right back and shoot the paint. Stay tuned. Alright, so 220 grit. Let's show it on there. 220 grit. We're going to hit this up, scuff it up, and blow it off. I ain't got to hit it much because that paint covers pretty good. But we're just going to scuff it. See how it's scuffing here? That's all you want to do. Just make sure your outline is scuffed. That's basically all you're doing. I don't want to hurt the stencil either, so we need to be careful of that. Because I don't want these corners to get all marred up. Scuff it up where the paint will stick to the Raptor. And that paint is thick. So this shouldn't be a big, gigantic deal. See how this is taking the edge down on the paper? I don't want to rip it, make the make this any, yeah, see, that's all I need. Just go in like that. Make sure that this tip, see how that's kind of shiny right there? Some of this just like using an eraser on a pencil. See, right here? Just want to scuff it. That's it. Just get that shine off of it. That's all I want to do. And see how the Raptor is actually, you can see it here. So that's a lot of details that people don't put in their videos, is, you know, what actually are you doing this for? And that's it. It's just to get that top layer of whatever it is you're working with off. You want to get that protective coating off the top of it. Because remember, when we started with this, we had paint, we had primer, had all that stuff happening. Now we don't. We're working with Raptor liner. See, like around these edges still kind of shiny, so I want to hit those. And this stencil is actually that's a pretty good stencil, so definitely don't want to damage it. Right here, follow this line up the side here. Should be good right there. Now comes the fun part. bugs around, that's okay. We're going with the Gloss Sun Yellow Rust-Oleum 2X Ultra Cover. The deed is about to be done. And as you can see, I have all these boards around here. And that's what's going to help us with this. So once this is done, it's done. So let's have one final look at the front of the car before the bugs settle in. And I'll probably hit that high one more time just to blow them away. But this is where we're going to put the Delta Slash. Wide, middle. You know the drill. We've already talked about it. So let me hit this one more time just to get these bugs out of here. Spray. Light coat's gonna go on here. Alright, there we go. It's been 10 minutes. It's been 11 or 12 minutes now that I'm rambling. I'm running my mouth. So let's go ahead and hit this one more time. Oh yeah, now I can see it covering. So it takes a few coats for it to get into this Raptor. I'm hoping that'll scrub off, quite honestly. I'll do that tomorrow. Alright, so here we go. We're gonna see if it comes up. And there is our Delta Slash. Our piece of paper didn't have this underspray like that at all. But this, I don't think is going to be any big deal because I can always come back with these pieces here with that Sharpie that I used, quite honestly. Just come back here and hit that up around those edges. You know, it's kind of weird about how that did underneath there. Look, it even did there. That is really odd how far off that overspray hit. Holy crap. That's really weird. What was that? It's like somebody shot a pellet gun or something. T2? Huh. Alright, we've sanded it down. Let's shoot it. Maybe I'm going too far away from it. Maybe that's what the deal is. Maybe I need to be closer. Let me get close. See how this, and the wind's not even blowing. That's weird how that's happening. All right, there's coat number one. So that was where it was kind of lacking, but I want to keep it as even as possible. Kind of using the light as a guide. Yeah, I like it. And guys and gals, I think that's it. And this one is... oh, shit. Alright, let's pop that up. Pop that up. And there we go. Whew. Alright. That over. There we go. See if I can save this reverse stencil. Oh my gosh, it actually worked. Alright, so we saved that reverse stencil there. And finally, let's get this out the way and pull up the last piece of tape. See how I left the tail there? And pop. There we go. That red is so clean. I like that red. And there we go. And there you have it. Overspray. I gotta get that off. So totally awesome or simple green. I'll get that off. It's not built up. That's just overspray. And as you can see here along these edges, I'm gonna try to clean that up a little bit and get that off. So there's the hood. I like it. A little bit, just a little bit off on these, but I think once I clean that up, those edges will be fine. So it's pretty centered, I believe. You know, because this goes right through the center, and that mirror is the center point. So not too shabby. I like it. Just need to tighten this up here around these edges. This is clean. I like that. Now that's dried down. Yeah, still you see a little bit where the tape rippled a little bit, but that masking tape does not stick to this. And I'm gonna be very surprised if that overspray sticks to it. Alright, there we go. Obviously, Delta Slash isn't perfect. I did not know it was gonna bleed under like that. Had it taped down. This came out almost exactly the way I wanted it. So there we go. Yep, it came out where I wanted it anyway, here and here, all the way back. That's it. I think what I'm gonna do, you know what we could do? What we could do here is I could get some black, and it'll be tricky to do, but I could get some black and take this and we could tape this down really good along this edge. Take a razor blade and cut around it on the hood, mask all this off, and take some black and outline this to cover it up. I just don't have any black paint right now. I think that might be what we do, because some of these insignias on the ships are either in the red, and we could do the red also and outline it in the red, or do it in black and take it back down to this. So it's not a loss. I just don't have black paint. But that's what we could do. All right, everybody, let me show you what's going on. That Totally Awesome from Dollar General does good, but so does Simple Green. So this should work, hopefully, maybe, possibly, if I don't get trolled by Murphy. Let me see some overspray. That's my rookie mistake. I didn't think that this little spot right there was going to go whoosh, but it went all out here, didn't it? So we're going to take a scrub brush, and hopefully we don't hurt this. And this has had long enough to dry, so that's in there. I mean, I don't care if it's not cured. I'm not going to get that wet anyway. I'm just going to focus here and over and down below it. We'll stay away from it. So what I want to do is I want to take some of this hole, and I want to get that on there like that. And get that in there. And then I'm going to take that diluted part with the brush that's been soaking and go over with that. So let's just start with that section right there. Ooh, that feels weird. Wow, that feels weird doing that. I think we got it. And if there's any more I'll keep scrubbing, but I need to rinse it a couple of more times. I gotta go rinse my real bucket out and come out here and do this and rinse it and grab that rag and do it too. But the main thing is I just wanted to be sure we got that overspray. It looks like it came off here. And I'm gonna tell you what, the prep on this hood was worth it, because I'm gonna tell you, I was really getting down with that scrub brush, and I don't know what this is gonna look like when it actually dries. And once again, I gotta come back and clean it. I mean, rinse it. As you see, there's still suds in it. The simple green, whenever you do it concentrated, it takes a little bit. I actually need to hook the hose up. But back to the durability of this Raptor liner. I mean, I was really scraping with that brush, and I keep on thinking, man, it's gonna scratch, man, it's gonna scratch. And I'll tell you what, it ain't trying to do nothing. It ain't trying to do nothing. This stuff is tough. All right. So another thing I wanted to do is come out, and I know you're not supposed to get that wet before it cures, but it'll be all right. This will be fine. It's in there. And I'm gonna rinse it off here in just a minute and let it dry under what's left of the sun here. But man, I'm liking this more and more and more every time I do something to it. It's like, even though I got some overspray on it, scrub that stuff down, didn't even hurt it. All right, so there's our first pinstripe and delta slash. Next time we'll do the side and the top. And the reason why I'm stopping now is once I get this hood done with this overspray and rinsed off, I'm gonna pull back under and show you the next project coming up in the middle of all this. Stay tuned. All right, everybody. So as you can see, the hood overspray came right on off the hood, didn't dull it out. I mean, it took the protectant off, but I guess it's a good thing I put that protectant on there, because that actually kept it from getting into the Raptor like this. But this is like 6 coats and 4 coats. And since I had some money left over on that refund that I did on the headlights, uh-oh, I got water in them. It's that vapor. I got to fix that tube in there. All right, we'll be sure and keep that. But here is the actual film itself. I don't want this to unravel. I don't know how in the world that even happened. But there's 2 rolls you get. Yeah, that looks like 35. That'll work. They didn't give a description on how dark this actually is. So let's just have a look and see across here, just to get an idea of how dark it's going to be. This will give us a rough idea on how dark it's going to be. Of course, the car's lock, keys inside, all that good jazz. Oh no, it's not. Got the keys right here. Never mind. Just had them tucked. Alright, so let's just get an idea. And this is looking at a bulb too, so yeah, 35%. This is 28, or I'm sorry, 28 on the back, 35 on the front, so it's going to be a direct replacement. But this tint is that off color. I don't know if you can actually tell it. See, it's almost got a purplish tint to it. This was pre-cut, and that's why the back is different than the front, because I customized it. And for a long time I actually had the back window too that I could have put in, but I didn't. So now it's all going to be this right here, which is good. So it'll all be consistent, and it'll be this dark black and this tint. There you go. That's about all we need. Not going to do it today, but I did want to get some footage of it as a stay tuned for. All right. Whew, man, what a day. Humidity hadn't been as bad, but man, I'll tell you what, I worked my butt off on one of those springs. That thing kicked my butt. I'm going to actually cut that out of the video, because me and that thing wrestled. Son of a bitch. Beep, beep. Alright, but anyway, y'all stay tuned for the next episode of Project Defiant. It's crafted a mind. Go out there and have some fun. Woo!